Good evening. Good evening. We are live. FA Cup day. West Ham versus Stockport. Dan, quickly, because I know we haven't got a lot of time before the kick-off. Oh, sorry, I started a video there. I haven't got a lot of time before the kick-off. We're just watching the players coming out onto the pitch right now. Reaction to the starting lineup, first of all.
Yeah, really strong starting lineup. A few surprises. Surprised that Bonner's not got a rest, and you got Antonio playing, but I guess he's not messing about. I'm just a little bit worried, obviously, about Antonio being our only fit striker at the moment, and he's playing against Stockport. It's a concern with his hamstrings.
It certainly is a statement from David Moyes, but maybe he'd be changing his mind when he saw the FA Cup draws earlier on. Obviously, we've got Doncaster if we go through this one. And then we've got, what have we got? Man United or Liverpool in the fifth round.
Yeah.
Away, by the way.
Yeah. Typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. I mean, those clubs have shown they're not invincible by any stretch of the imagination, but you would like to have slightly easier fixtures on the run to the final. I know you've got to beat everyone, but still, you'd like to get as far as you can before facing them.
Do you think that he may have, after seeing the draw, I thought, might as well. I should have given so and so a rest, or should have given him a rest, or should have given. You know what? My camera, whatever I'm watching it on, has lost the feed right now.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I must be a little bit ahead of you. Ale dropped. That made me chuckle. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah, I think I must be a few seconds ahead. I wish I could bloody pause. It says BT Sport. We do have Sky, but we don't have BT Sport because they're rip-off bastards. That's why.
It's not showing any sort of picture. It's just showing it in a red background, which just a minute ago was saying to me like we've lost the feed.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. They're showing that. Are you not seeing? Bloody hell, you refreshed it.
In a team.
Okay, I was going to say it sounds like you've gone even further.
They've got the feedback. So West Ham versus Stockport about to kick off at the Danny Bergara stand, which is
I think it's the
Park, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it says Vita. Is that their stadium? Vita Stadium. It's pissing it down. Absolutely pissing it down. Stay fit, Antonio.
We need you. Finish a banana skin tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're the team. They always put us on telly against these sort of teams because they know it's a potential banana skin with West Ham. But I'm confident. I think with the team we've got out, there's no reason. Oh, look, it's that twat as the referee. Oh.
No, not him.
Fucking Mike
Dean.
But Ben Rama getting a start. I think this is nice for him, getting a bit more game time and. Go against a sort of an easier team, quote unquote, famous last words, but I like that. But yeah, I think if we do get through to the next round and we do face Doncaster, I would like to see Ogbonna get a bit of a rest.
The thing is with the two draws, I don't understand why they've done the two draws like that, to be quite honest with you. It's we just kicked off. It's a bit weird that they're blaming fixture congestions and all of that. Maybe having less people in a room doing the draw may have do it as less times as you can. Something like that. But getting Man United or Liverpool in the fifth round, that's one before the quarter final, by the way, is going to be a huge draw for teams like Stockport or Doncaster if we get through this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'd like to see if we can get a few goals in early.
I'm looking now. I watched that game back in 1996 when Dowie scored that own goal. The conditions are not too dissimilar to that night. The pitch absolutely awful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's what you expect, and as I said, it's absolutely pissing it down. So, yeah, that is a concern. Hopefully, it's like I said, we come out of this unscathed. Touch wood. But yeah, we're on his goal for those who's asking. Yeah, he's goalfm.com FM. No, I would like to hopefully see if we can get a couple of goals in early and then have maybe Antonio do 45 minutes, bring him off at half time, bring Odebeku on. I hadn't actually looked at the bench, but I'm assuming he's on the bench.
Could almost be the same night. I'm telling you, mate, conditions are exactly the same.
Oh, this is that early bit where it just
gets. That was probably one of the most famous, I think, upsets in our history, modern history. Anyway, we've been out to some small teams, but that night, because of the goal, which was obviously an absolute disaster of a goal by Dowie, which I still to this day I still don't know what he was doing, and the fact I think it was like the story came of like Radachoyu. He'd gone off to Harvey, like a really famous night in our history, famous loss in our history. Though hopefully we can put some of them demons to bed. Got a nice strong team tonight.
Yeah, nice football there. It's who is that? Yarmolenko. It just gets so pixelated. I can't tell if it was Allaire or Yarmolenko with these pixels. Go on.
Rice, he was going to shoot that.
I'm gonna have to pop off in a second and sort her dinner out in a second.
That's fine, mate. That's fine. Where we are, don't worry.
I'll get to miss all the goals, Matt. Naturally, Declan Rice. Yeah, you know, I mean, his fitness is really, really good. I'll tell us the time. I'm on 3 minutes 06. Yeah, Declan Rice. I mean, he has played so much football for us, right? I mean, his fitness is unreal, but you just think there's got to come a point where he's going to need a little bit of a rest.
I thought Souček may have been the one to play tonight because Souček is a little bit older than Rice. Obviously, Rice plays a lot of football for us, and I think Souček has just got that natural fitness. Oh,
I think the thing is though, like he said, around this time he's used to having 3 weeks off eat potato salad, so
yeah,
he's not used to playing through this period so many games. So he might be eating some potato salad right now.
Obviously, I think there's 3 players tonight isolating. Issa Diop is one again.
Frederick.
I swear on my life, I thought Issa Diop had already been out with COVID already.
Yeah, he did. He did have it. He did have it last year. Yeah, like October time, didn't he?
Yeah. So why is he still? No, I don't. I think it was. Yeah, it was about. Why is he isolating again?
Maybe he was exposed to it and they just didn't want to take the chance, like he was around someone who had it or whatever. But apparently Frederick's another one. Yeah, it's fucking typical. Yeah, well, we're hoping to get the live stream timer sorted soon. Hopefully this month we can have that for you guys. And then we won't have to keep saying 4 minutes 36, 5 minutes 22. But I know it's frustrating for you guys following along.
Come on. Why? You can get COVID twice as Nicholas Thornton. I really don't think you could.
I've heard you can. Yeah, I've heard it is possible. My mate's dad, he had it twice. So we're good, mate. We're hoping for a comfortable win tonight. Comfortable win. That's what I want to see. Assert our dominance. And not do a Leeds. Bloody Leeds, eh? How bad is that?
I'll tell you what, mate, right? I know there's like comparisons because young English midfielders and all that, but after that game, I don't know how anyone could ever mention Calvin Phillips' name within Declan Rice again because that was a fucking disgraceful performance from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but it's
Hey.
It's one of them. I think that the pundits are going to have to ease off all the praise for Leeds, Yeah, they are a good team, play some good football, but
Into the post!
I would love to see him score. This is a game I think where he can definitely, if he gets that first goal for West Ham, nice little bit of control there.
Look at that.
Does really well. Whoa, that would have been a real sexy goal.
They're scared of him.
Yeah, for sure. Oh. I think it was just maybe it might have been touched just the outside of the post. Just the outside. But we're looking
Boy,
lively,
you look
right?
like that geezer from the Far Show. You know that one? I love cheesy peas.
Fucking hell, the Far Show. I hadn't seen that in years.
They're brilliant.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna quickly pop and dish up a dinner, and then I'll be back.
Okay, mate, no problem.
Back 2 secs.
Oh,
Time before I leave.
No.
7 minutes on the dot. 7 minutes on the dot. Back in a sec.
It's a tough night out there. Tough night. I'll tell you. Anyone else in here watch that 1996 game? Back in the days. We lost 2-1, obviously, to Stockport. Very famous night in our history. I have to agree with Nicky, but nobody says anything negative about Phillips. No, he was terrible. He's a good player, like, but comparing him to sort of Rice, the comparisons are so far apart. It's unbelievable. I need a shave. So I need a drink as well. Ben Johnson, Rice, into Antonio. Terrible touch. Proper FA Cup conditions here. Then, yeah, I'll tell you. Was that the game Ian Dowie scored an own goal? Yeah. As I said, very, very similar conditions. Absolutely pissing it down that night. We found it tough in the rain. We scored first. They got 2. One was a Ian Dowie own goal, which was honestly one of the weirdest own goals you'll ever see in your life. Proper bullet-headed it into the top corner. Free kick to us. Oh. Nearly as bad as losing to Wrexham. I'll tell you, mate, I've seen some real terrible games. I went to Wimbledon the other year when we lost 4-2. It was awful. Roy May Jr. says still chuckling about the bingo wings and all time for Friday night pint. Yeah. Go on, Rice. Have a dig. Oh, good play. Ben Rama. Johnson. Noble. Oh, he's gone round him like Messi. Got goal kick. A 4-0 loss against Oxford. Yeah, I've seen some bad ones in my days, mate. We seem to be on top in this one, though. Ben Rama. Turn. Cross it. Oh, bad cross. Just drill it across. The thing is, right, he got in a position there, got beyond the defenders, he got nearly to the byline. If you drill it in these conditions, it can come off of the stud. It can, someone can slip over. Just drill it across. Just drill it across. That's how you score. I'm having a little bit of Dawson to score tonight. Haller was starting to find his feet. Oh, that's a bad corner, man. Just put it up. Nicky Diop got COVID the same time as Moyes and Balbuena got them starts against Leicester and Wolves. Yeah, he's been rock solid, Balbuena. Ned, who's Jankovic. We've got enough quality in this side to dispose of this lot tonight. We're well on top at the minute, but we've got to be professional tonight. We've got to... Oh, Lord, Rice. Lanzini. But Yarmolenko! Oh, wide of the post. You always fancy him in them positions. He scored a couple of goals like that. He's really good. He's playing well tonight, Yarma. Fancies himself as a bit of a striker, I think. Not a bad strike, that. Dawson's down, which is bad news. The pitch conditions are so dodgy. I really hope we don't pick up an injury tonight. Yeah, that's the thing. And them pitches are heavy against your legs. I think Moyes is just telling Rice he may have to drop into centre back. Nicky on Twitter said that Diop was with the squad, so it might be an injury. I hope so, but I've heard rumours that he's isolating. But if he's with the squad, then he obviously isn't. I think Dawson's dizzy again. He went past the halfway line. 13 minutes and 30 seconds gone. Stockport 0, West Ham 0, obviously. Long ball by Stockport. They're going to resort to them tonight, hoping that we make a mistake. Poor ball out. Whoever the fuck that was terrible. Who have we been drawn against when we win? Well, if we win, you never say when in this cup competition. We drew against Doncaster in the 4th round, and then they've done the 5th round draw as well. And if we get through that, we've got either Liverpool or Manchester United away. Nice and in control tonight. Nothing too easy. Nothing too difficult. Take it easy. The chances will come. Antonio's playing awful. Wish we had a Leo. Manchester United away would be lovely. I love getting one over them. They're a tough team at the minute. They're doing well. The thing is, I don't think either team are unbeatable. We've got the players to beat them. We've got, you know, we didn't do too bad against Liverpool. We didn't do too bad against Manchester United. I think on another night we might have beaten both. But Nicky said we need Haller as a swift turnaround. It's also a swift joke, mate. We really don't need him. We could have just played with 10. It'd have been more effective. Well cut out. And cleared his lines. Nice. Oh, someone's letting fireworks off. Distraction techniques they are. These lower league teams, they will try anything. Is there any news on who West Ham are likely to bring in this window? We're looking at a striker called Daka, and I tell you what, I see a clip of him earlier sprinting full pelt. Jesus Christ, that boy can move. We've lacked a little bit of pace up front for a long time. They're still letting fireworks off. Free kick to us. Nicky, someone's at your window behind you. Oh no. It must be really fucking tall then, because I'm upstairs. He's the next Haaland, says Harry Boss. Let's think about Daka, I think. Or Darker. How do you spell his name? Darker, Daka, Daka.
I say Daka.
I'll say Daka as well.
He looks quick. He looks very quick, doesn't he? Like,
did you see that clip of him, Dan?
Yeah, right. That big sprint he did.
Yeah.
That is.
Referee stopped the game for these fireworks. Somebody's letting fireworks off, and they have been for the last 10 minutes, and they've stopped the game for it.
I've never seen that before in my life. Why are they stopping it for fireworks? Is it distracting or what?
Distracting, yeah, because obviously, like, someone's obviously thinks they're funny, and they're thinking, right, let's let the fireworks off while the game's going on. We'll distract them Premier League prima donnas, and Mike Dean should go, no, just let them waste their money.
Bloody hell. See how many fireworks we've got.
Somebody's searching around the car now. Have we got any more? No, that cost a grand.
Imagine they had enough for the full 90 minutes.
Imagine.
Imagine if they called the bloody game off. That'd be awful.
They were well loud. I wasn't listening to them, so I can imagine they were though. They looked one like them loud ones.
That Crawley manager, have you seen him? The one who beat Leeds. We got Bielsa, his big tactician. They interviewed the Crawley manager, and they're like, "Oh, what was the thinking behind bringing on those two subs?" At half time, he's like, "Oh, I was thinking we wanted to win the game." And he's like, "Oh, all right, you got the next game coming up. Any plans for that one?" And he's like, "I don't know. Thanks for coming." That was it.
But they talk about Beasler being this sort of like, I mean, he's been like fucking shortlisted for like manager of the year or something, like in the whole world or some shit like that. And I'm like, what? What?
It is absolute madness.
They talk about him like he's the Messiah. Fuck me, man.
I don't get it. Like when we beat them, Match of the Day just spent all the time talking about them and just said, "Oh, West Ham, all right, weren't they?" Yeah, that's it. All of it was about Leeds. How great they were. Random.
Manager in the world. Oy, I hate them set pieces against these sides.
Yep, they're dangerous. Oh, is that foul?
It's got to be a foul.
Like
he's prime Messi, mate.
This is it. This is Noble. Like I said, he's a good squad player. Still,
these are dodge. What shit punch was that for Randolph?
But I'm having a Caribbean curry, mate.
Lovely. What's the difference between Caribbean curry and just a normal curry?
A lot of the flavors, and that you use Scotch bonnet peppers, you use Caribbean curry powder, jerk seasoning, all of that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Daka makes Fredericks look like a tourist always.
I tell you, mate, I've never seen anyone faster than him in my life. It was the quickest player I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and if he can sustain that for a game, and run, and that's what I liked about Sacco. Like, he was just relentless. So he's another good player.
Heard we are in for Sarr from Watford. I can't see that, to be honest.
Yeah, 30 million. But is he going to be another one of these sort of wingers that Moyes turns into a striker?
No, I don't think so.
If he's not going to be a striker, then it's just waste.
There's better options out there than to buy another winger. We've got enough wingers. We've got wingers coming out of our ear rolls. We've got a winger on loan. You know.
Yeah.
What's the point in having him out on loan and then buying Sarr another winger when we're so desperate for another centre midfielder and another? It'd be a lovely signing. Don't get me wrong. If it was like a choice between Yarmolenko and him, I'll take him. But I don't think I'd sort of spend the hell air money on another winger. That's just not what we need.
My bloody stream's froze. Let me try to refresh that. But Josh King looks like it's not happening because we're like, we get him for free in the summer, so that looks like that's not happening. The options are limited.
There's a question for you, Dan.
Why don't you have dinner before the West Ham game? Because I got to work, I got to look after my injured girlfriend. So life just gets in the way, mate. Life just gets in the way. I've just rushed off my feet, and the timing it just clashed. So there you go. And that's the thing. I have to bloody cook all day and fucking clean and work. Get the violin out.
Come on.
That's it, Rice. Look at him. Quality. He's so cool and composed, isn't he, right?
Lisa Langley is considered club not getting a striker. Lisa, I wouldn't fucking put it past them, mate. But I'd rather have none than Hilaire, that's for sure.
Sound like David Sullivan. I'd rather have the money.
No, I would give Hilaire away for nothing if it was my choice.
Well, it's a fucking good job you're not in charge, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Bloody. All right, here we go, Ben Rama. Oh, nice. From but lost it. Oh, foul, yeah, clear foul from Ogbonna there. 24-02.
Frankie Etrang, I'm not going to try and pronounce your second name. Love the hell video from Friday Night Pint. Echoed a lot of fans. Let's hope we can get somebody who wants to play and isn't too cool to celebrate. And you know what? It's a game of opinions, and I respect the people that say you're talking nonsense as much as I respect the people that say you're talking sense. It's a game of opinions at the end of the day. That's just my opinion. People saying, you've seen worse strikers. I think value for money against what you got out of him. You could have put.
Nick, you're comparing old transfer fees versus today's transfer fees. 45 million today.
45 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money, but I'm saying if you're comparing, if we was to go like say the 20 million we spent on Andy Carroll, right? In today's money, that's a lot more than 20 million.
Got a lot more out of Carroll than we did.
Look at the goal scoring record. He scored. He's got his goals to games rule ratio is worse than that.
It was his injury record that fucked us.
No, I'm talking about goals to game.
Okay, all right. Listen, I know we could debate about this. Was you Perez in or out?
That's a tough one.
You in or out?
I liked Perez, and he had a decent goals to game ratio. But I just think at that time, I don't think he was going to get a look in. But I think he was probably harshly judged, and he didn't. I don't think he really got a fair chance.
6 goals in 23 games he scored.
But look how many of those goals were as substitution. Lucas Perez didn't come off the bench most of his games. But I think a lot of people look back on Carroll with sort of rose-tinted glasses. That like 30 goals in over 140 appearances is not great at all.
I think it's.
Really?
I don't think it's bad considering his injury record and what type of striker he was.
It's less than 1 in 4. I think for someone who said he was going to be a 20-goal a season man.
Oh yeah, he was nowhere near the man.
You know, it's and his
But
career goals as well.
Like nearly 60 games to West Ham Haller played. Did you ever see a game of him when you thought to yourself, "Fucking hell, man, he's unplayable today"? You did get that from Carroll every now and then. I mean, look at the 3-3 draw against Arsenal. Carroll was phenomenal that day, and I mean phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he had a great. He had some good games. Yeah, but I just think if you was to look back on his career at West Ham,
they wasn't just good games; they was phenomenal games.
And you want to talk about a player that wasn't interested? Carroll wasn't. He's not interested in football. He was not interested in football at all. Even Craig Bellamy said it. He'd look at him on the training pit, on the training ground, and say he didn't work hard enough. Did not work hard enough.
I absolutely agree. And I said it when he was playing for us. You know, he spends too much time thinking about his lifestyle rather than.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of natural talent and no desire. You know, Carroll. He looked awful the other day in the cup against Arsenal.
Injuries have just caught up with him now.
I mean, if you think about it, he built his reputation off of that really good season in the Championship with Newcastle. You know,
he had one in the Premier League after.
I don't think he scored. He banged a load in the Premier League after that. I think he might have scored like 9 or something. The season after that. I mean, it can't have been a completely bad season. Obviously, he got his move to Liverpool, which didn't work out. What was it? Newcastle. He scored 11 goals in 20 appearances after that. So he must have got injured that season.
Haller needed another striker up there with him. He's a 2-striker pair, and that's why he done well with Jovic up front on his own. He was lost, didn't work hard enough. Or
we linked with Jovic.
He was never going to get a second strike partner. He was brought in to play lone striker. That's not our fault. That's his fault. If he didn't think he could play it, he shouldn't have come.
That's why I'm worried about. I'm really worried about this. I think it's Daka. I think it was Daka who they said, "Oh, he was strike partners with Haaland, and he plays in a strike partnership." Look at John McCarthy. He's trying to say that's what I look like now. I've put on weight. Is that? You know, I had to looking at the eyes. I thought, is that me? Has someone done an app with me? No, it's not a thing. Yeah, lockdown, gym stops, and obviously doing all of this, looking after a broken bloody foot. It's taking its toll on my weight, but hopefully I'll be back on it. But yeah, that's what I'm worried about, signing other players now who are used to playing in a 2.
Come on.
Come on, West Ham. Let's fucking get a goal before half time. I don't want it to be one of these nervy games where it just drags on and they can just get a fucking set piece and score. Go on, Yama. Bloody hell, he's just booted that right in the air. Yeah, Sima is obviously another prospect. They're talking about potentially him in the summer. I saw that would be one for the summer, but yeah, I can see them not getting anyone going, "Oh, we're saving our money for the summer."
Someone said I bet Haller scores 30 goals for Ajax. Yes, I'm sure he will, playing against the likes of RKC Walwit, them absolute giants of the league, and PEC Zwolle. I'm sure he'll get a few goals.
We're struggling against Stockport right now.
Hold on a minute.
You know, I love Antonio, but he's not pulling up trees, is he?
Just come back from injury. Come on, let's not go earlier to Nobes. Yeah, Rice.
Where'd I buy my headphones? I just bought them on Amazon, Bluetooth headphones. All right, but sometimes one of them sort of goes and I can't hear both of them. So, but they were fairly good price. So, yeah, Armstrong. Armstrong is from Blackburn. What am I licking off my fingers? I'm licking his curry off. It's on the plate, and I'm like, I'm still hungry, so I'm just dabbing my finger on the plate and licking it.
Looking at his arsehole off of his fingers.
Oh, burn. Armstrong from Blackburn is brilliant with Deford. That's up top. Yeah, I mean he's definitely looks like a really good prospect,
isn't he?
Yeah, I believe he is. And that guy from Brentford as well. I forget what his name is. Tovey. What his bloody name is. The thing is, and I said this on Twitter, I don't think I can get excited about a striker ever again because, I mean, our track record is terrible when you look at players who look good before coming to us. They got great stats and all of that, and it just doesn't work out. And I just don't think we do a good enough job doing our due diligence to see if they will fit into our team.
Haller slip versus United or Gerrard slip versus Chelsea more embarrassing? It's got to be Gerrard, isn't it? Just for the timing of it. God, good tackle. Go on, Ben Run. Got a bit of space. Go on.
No one's really making any real fucking runs for him or movements at all. Everyone's just standing there.
It's got to be Gerrard slip, but I tell you what, the Man United one it worked pretty.
No, it wasn't. I think. Do you know what? I think a lot in the season. You know, it looks like it's just us because I mean we have missed some really big chances. But when I've been watching other teams, I think this season across the board of the Premier League, players seem to be missing really clear-cut chances this season. More now.
Probably because you're watching more football, I reckon.
Do you think? I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, but look at it from our perspective. I mean, I think we're missing more clear chances than I've seen in a long time on a consistent basis, and I think that seems to be from my perspective.
Well done, Angelo.
Yeah, so I don't know if fans in there having an impact on that.
Do you think Angelo Bonner's one of the better centre halves outside of the top six?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I seen some like stats about the best centre backs in the league the other day, and like they've put that new Man City kid in there. I forget who I can't remember what his name is. Some of them are even like saying Eric Bailly is better than him. Eric Bailly.
He's had like a couple good games, and all of a sudden, like Man United fans are like all over him.
Alex Grant says, "Boo West Ham, boo Hammers." We'll see you in the next round or the next two rounds, whatever it is.
Speak of the Devils.
Hopefully, anyway.
Come on,
speak of the Devils, and they will appear. Respect Eric Bailly. Yeah, Eric Bailly's a good player, but he's not better than Angelo Bonner. He's had about 3 good games. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's coming up, but I don't think which is good for them because they've had such a bad time with it at that back, you know. But yeah, let's see if he can keep it up. Everyone's going in on Alex Grant now.
Alex Grant is a plant. Go on. Oh, I thought I was going in.
That looked like one of their players putting it across goal.
He did. He smashed it across. He panicked.
Nutter. What a nutter. But we didn't capitalise on it. But yeah, I'd just love to see Mark Noble lifting the cup. Antonio shouldn't be playing not 100% fit.
Oh, come off Noble, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked. I think maybe Noble off the bench could have been an option just to get a bit of fitness when things. If we could try and get a goal without him, and then bring him off and try and get that fitness. But this is the worry of selling Haller without having a striker lined up. You know, they just.
Yeah, it's fucking madness, to be honest with you, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Here we go. Ah, fucking hell.
He just couldn't get out from his feet. Haller would have buried that, I reckon.
Absolutely, 100%.
Someone said Eric Bailly was a world beater at Villarreal. Yeah, look, no.
Nice.
No. Good tackle. Some players just ain't cut out for this league. They just ain't cut out for it. Look at Felipe Anderson, just not cut out for it. Look at I'll tell you one of the prime examples. Absolute world superstar, just wasn't cut out for the Premier League. Shevchenko. Hernan Crespo, another absolutely world class player, just wasn't cut out. Couldn't cut it here. Memphis Depay, who many class as one of the better forwards in world football at the minute, couldn't cut it at Man United. Couldn't cut it.
There has to be a deeper reason than just some players can cut it and some can't. Do you know what I mean? I think there's got to be some sort of
physicality in the league. It's physicality in the league.
Yeah, but you say that.
Crespo did well at Chelsea, not as well as he did everywhere else around the world. Not as well as he did everywhere else. He done all right, but he weren't no world beater here.
I think there are so many variables around it. It's what is that fucking at?
I'm telling you, look, cheesy peas.
I didn't. When you said it, I didn't see it. What the fuck is he look like? Yeah. Why is he wearing it like that?
They're brilliant.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of different variables. You know, in terms of how they're.
The pace of the league is nothing like anything in the world.
No, look at this one. Timo Werner, right? Now, if you just looked at that at face value, you'd go, oh, he's not cut out for the league. But then you might look at, okay, he's being played out wide. He likes to be played up front. Like football, there's so many different variables in the game that I think it's too simplistic to say some players are cut out. Maybe some players probably aren't cut out. But sometimes I think it's how you bring them in and how you implement them and how they fit. And it's.
The Premier League is too physical for some players. They just seem to gain their shield. That's true. I think that was Haller's problem. Didn't like the physicality of the league. Just didn't like it. Just thought, fuck this.
All right, check this, right? If Andy Carroll had went to Liverpool from a foreign league, shit. You would say he's flopped at Liverpool because he's not cut out for the Premier League, right? But we know that he sort of done well at Newcastle and stuff like that. Fernando Torres didn't really cut it at Chelsea, but he was a world beater at Liverpool.
Fernando Torres, when he went to Chelsea, had already had a season and a half injured and declining before he went to Chelsea. How the fuck Chelsea bought him for 50 million? They just basically bought his name.
Alexis Sanchez is another one.
Yeah,
sometimes it's not the league, it's the team.
Sometimes not the league, it's the club. You are right, but who was booting out? They're asking me to boot someone out. Maybe it's Man United kid. Right, I'm going to boot him out. Piss off.
Anderson 80. Did he say anything? Did he say anything particularly bad? Yes. I mean, Sanchez was unbelievable player at Arsenal. Unbelievable. One of the best players in the league, world class. Goes to Man United and it's like night and day. So weird. And I think obviously it's just, he's gone to a Mourinho side. Maybe there's stuff like that. I think there's just so many different variables. And that's why it's hard for me to really get excited when we sign a player now, So it's just, especially a striker. Strikers just don't seem to work for us at all. Even when they're good. Think about it, even Dean Ashton. Look how that ended. Not his fault, not our fault, but it just didn't end. We're not allowed to fucking have great strikers that last. Sacco was great, but then he went off the rails. And then the only strikers that have done well and have been pretty good for us have been ones we converted from wingers in Anatovic and Antonio. We just sign wingers and turn them into strikers. That seems to be the best option. Get Matt Jarvis back and put him up front.
Jarvis played for like Peterborough or something now.
Really?
Hmm.
I remember when he was our record signing.
Yeah.
I was so excited when we signed Jarvis.
I know. I thought he was going to be the player to put him on a plate for Carroll.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a player signed on statistics, wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
Sam loved the statistic, and it was something like he'd put the most crosses in the league. And I don't think he looked beyond that.
Yeah, that's it. And then he didn't look at the other attributes and things like that, and it just didn't work out at all.
Yeah, cross, Carroll, goal. That's what
exactly. Didn't see how quick he could maybe break and get them, whip those crosses in. It was just he puts a lot of crosses in, or his ability to hold it up and wait for Carroll to fucking jog up.
Danny Ings would suit your team. I think Danny Ings would suit any team. I think he's a class player.
Yeah, he's. Oh no, Rice, no.
A Wolves fan says, to be fair, Jarvis was a great player for us in the Premier League, so the signing was smart from the outside. Oh, he plays for Woking now, Dan, not Peterborough. Sorry, mate.
Woking. Didn't he go to? Where did we sell him to? Was it Norwich or West Brom or something?
He went to Norwich.
Norwich. Yeah.
What happened with Diafra Sacco? I think he had about 5 nervous breakdowns.
Yeah, Diafra Sacco. Yeah, he really. He was a troubled individual, and such a shame. I loved Sacco, but he had. I think he had a lot of off the pitch problems and all sorts. And crashed his motor that one time, and didn't he? Was it him that nearly set his house on fire?
Probably.
I think it was him. I mean, it might have been him, but yeah.
Sometimes you hear about these stories and you think to yourself, like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, I was reading about Mario back because I was thinking to myself, like, remember, like, every transfer window we used to get sort of like linked with Balotelli, didn't we? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Transfer with Balotelli. But I was thinking, like, Balotelli was only like 19 when he went to City, 18. He must still be in a decent age. Now, I didn't realise he went to Man City 10 years ago and he's now 30.
Yeah.
He's playing in like the Italian Serie B league and he nearly signed for Serie D. That's the 4th division.
Wow.
At 30 years old, right? Went to Man City for 20 odd million pounds, was meant to be the next big thing 10 years ago. Ended up at Liverpool for 16 million pounds. Liverpool give him away at 26.
Yeah.
And he was like Brescia and Monaco and Nice and all of that sort of thing. He's now playing for Italian Serie. Now, if you think about wasted talent,
I mean, a couple of seasons ago, a lot of us, we was all like, "Yeah, I'll take Balotelli." Like it was like a few seasons ago, we was linked with him, but was that handball? Not now. 45.
Liverpool pay 16 million pounds for him and give you away at 26 years old.
Yeah,
something's not right.
Says a lot.
You went to Marseille, not Monaco. Do apologise. It was Marseille you did go to.
But he was just one of the players we'd always get linked with. I remember it was Loic Remy would get linked with every transfer window, and I was desperate for us to sign Loic Remy. Jason, tell you, I really wanted us to get Loic Remy.
Yeah, I like Remy, but he was turd.
Well, yeah, he did. He didn't. He sort of. Yeah, QPR got him. QPR signed him. Didn't Chelsea have him at one point? I'm sure Chelsea had him as well. But he just didn't. Yeah, I think I'm sure they did. Someone might correct me in the thing, but I'm sure Chelsea had Remy at one point. I'm sure of it.
No, I can't. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Chelsea, 2014 to 2017. 32 appearances, 8
Really?
goals for Chelsea, yeah. I thought so. He was at Newcastle on loan. Yeah,
Remember.
he went
Yeah,
QPR, Newcastle on loan, then Chelsea, Palace on loan. Yeah, Palace had him on loan. So
unforgettable then.
yeah. I just really wanted us to. It was before he went to Chelsea. I wanted us to get him, and it was like one of them. Just a bit of So this is frustrating. This game, very frustrating, but it was very boring first half of football. We haven't been able to open them up enough. Go on.
Pitch is awful. They just don't. I don't think they fat. The pitch ain't helping. I think it's half time.
Yeah.
0-0. Some people say an embarrassing performance. I wouldn't call it an embarrassing performance, mate. They're difficult games. These, you can't take these for granted. It's not an embarrassing performance. We ain't played well, but I wouldn't be embarrassed. Embarrassed is losing. So let's remember that we've lost games like this far too often and been 2-3, 4-0 down at these times. So I don't think that's embarrassing, but it's not great, to be honest with you. I wouldn't go as far to say as embarrassing, though. Let's take some comments. Dan, do you want to take some comments?
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think a lot of people are saying sort of bored, slow. It is, yeah, it is. We just, I don't know whether it's just the pace or it is the pitch or
it's the weather. It's the weather. You can tell it's the weather. They can't play balls over the top because
Ty over it.
No, but it is like pitches like this, waterlogged pitches, and when you put them over the top, they skip off the surface and go too far. Like it's a very difficult pitch, but I would go as far as saying it's embarrassing, but it's not good.
Yeah, I mean that might have a bit of an impact on our speed and our ability to burst down. But I mean, you think we'd be able to move the ball quicker unless it is waterlogged. Bowen on for Yarmolenko. Yeah, I think if we are going to inject a little bit more energy in. I think that could be a good choice. I think getting someone like Bowen, who has more energy, a bit more pace, is a bit more relentless. I think that's the move. Dio or Daka. See, listen. I want to be honest. Like, I'd never heard of either of them before we got linked with them. Daka looks super quick. I don't know enough about Dio. It depends. I mean, which one has played in a system closest to ours, you know? Really, we need someone who's going to do a lot of the hard work. He's going to carry the ball, hold up the ball. Be able to turn and move and finish. We need a player that can do it all, basically.
Tio says non-league team should be beaten. Do you know what? I didn't realise there was a non-league team till today.
Really?
No, I didn't.
It's a bit embarrassing. Yeah. It's and we're talking about PSV Eindhoven, eh? We should be beating bloody these lot for sure. But we've got a second half. Like I said, get some energy into the side. I think that the person who said about Bowen for Yama, I think is spot on. I think Ben Rama, to me, has offensively has been our best player. He's our best player. Defensively, I think Obon has been outstanding. I think Rice as well has done really well. So, yeah, you're right. But Jarvis for Woking. Nolan had his car set on fire when Carol was living with him. Yeah, I bet there were some real stories about when Carol was living with Nolan.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tearaway, I think. What is this sport that's just showing on the telly now?
What football? What is this? Football?
Look at these people getting their legs up that high.
That is this sort of sport, right? That's what the sport where people break their necks. The injuries must be astronomical.
Champions Cup. What is that?
For those who don't know,
and I think
they're playing volleyball, but with their feet, with a small ball, kicking it over this net, and they can only use their feet. It's mental. Need Creswell. Creswell's, I think,
he's on the bench. We've got 5 subs.
Yeah, so that's good. Tech ball. It's tech ball, apparently. Interesting. I have to look
win the FA Cup and just avoid relegation. Yep, that one. No matter what the next one is.
I tell you what, I dreamt last night, swear to God, I was sitting on the settee. I never watched the games on the settee, but I was sitting on the settee and I watched us win the FA Cup. I dreamt it, and I was so emotional. I remember in the dream I was so emotional. I woke up feeling emotional because I'd seen us win the FA Cup. But yeah, I would take that. Liverpool, lads. So no, but I wouldn't want to see us get relegated and win the FA Cup this season because we can't be there to see it. I would rather us stay up and not win the FA Cup this season because we can't be there. It would be bittersweet, I think, this season if we won the FA Cup. Bittersweet because we can't be there. But just to have it, break that fucking long reign of no trophies. 40 odd years. Terry saw it 1980. Yeah, that must have been. I was just sitting there. I was talking to my mum the other day about it, and what that must have been like to be there on what a day out. My mum someone give her a program. They had a spare program from the 1980 game. He was an Arsenal fan. He had 2 programs from that game, and he'd give it to my mum. So she's got the program from that day, and was having a look through.
My granddad still had the ticket program, and the program was signed by a few players when we won the European Cup at Wembley, European Cup Winners' Cup.
Wow!
And I, to be honest with you, he died 15, 16 years ago now, and I never found out what happened to it. I think it just got lost.
Oh, that's bloody hell! That's mad.
It wasn't. We never found it. But I remember him showing it to me when I was younger. He had a ticket, and he bought 2 tickets, one for him and one for his brother, off of a tout outside Wembley Stadium, and he paid something like £2 a ticket or something, which was I think quite a bit of cash then. And he had 2 tickets, a program, and the program was signed. And I think one of the signatures was more.
Bloody hell! It's a real shame that's been lost. Things like that. It's always nice to have things like that. The
thing is, when he showed me, he knew I was obviously a massive hammer. He still could have them when he died, but they just never was found. He did move house before he died, so you never know. Like, he had people moving stuff around. Hammers fan may not be as honest as.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But Kane Licks, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Kane. I'm praying to the West Ham gods if we get Daka. Just get fucking anyone at this point. But like I said, it would be nice to get, and I think me and Scott have been saying this for a while, to get another player that can just run in the vein of Sacco. Would be nice.
Hold on a minute. Bobby Zamora's at Chelsea. What's going on? And Stuart Pearce.
There must be something going on there. There's be some sort of advert. Love Bobby Zamora. Oh, we've got a Stockport fan in the chat, Stephen. Come on, County.
Well done. We've played well so far.
Yeah, very good account.
And what's going on here? Maybe some sort of West Ham reunion or what?
At Chelsea. Yeah, I haven't got the sound on, so I have no idea of what's going on. We need Stu striker, and not just one. We do. And I mean, look, I'd be happy if we could we can bring in a good striker and bring another one on loan. Loans are going to be hard to come by, and we can't get a loan if it's in this country. So we have to get a foreign loan, unless we do something about Dawson.
What is going on?
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, some sort of BT Sport thing. Robert Green, yeah.
Who's that? Tottenham? Is that Tottenham?
Would you take Zaza loan? Do you know what? Zaza's, and I want to talk about Allaire, right? It did get me thinking about Zaza, because Zaza, obviously, he didn't score fucking anything for us, but he honestly looked terrible for us, Zaza. But before coming to us, really good goal scoring record. Came to us, terrible. Left us, completely tore up La Liga. I think we just signed him on name alone, and that's the big problem at West Ham is, it was like, oh, Zaza's available, we can get Zaza, let's sign him, and we're not really looking deeper into it and thinking ahead. I still don't know what happened at that shot he had at Man United that went out for a throw. Sometimes them happen. I've seen a couple of them this season actually. But yeah, Zaza, real weird one, and he just scored against us as well. If that
pre-lockdown, yeah, it must have been this fucking fan. Oh,
well, yeah. Would you take Troy Deeney? Isn't he? With Troy Deeney, I just, if you would have asked me before the whole Talksport and all the stuff that's been going on, I might have been inclined to take him, although his injury record is a bit of an off-put. But he's having some problems at the moment with the manager at Watford, I think. But it's weird. The whole Talksport thing was weird as well, him just going on Talksport and having a show in that while he's still a player. But yeah, I wouldn't take Deeney. Not unless it was free and he was another body and we got another striker in. He could be the loan, you know. If the manager don't rate him, maybe get him on loan. You know. We linked back with Piatek, who was linked with last time, and he had an amazing goal scoring record. But apparently, a lot of people are calling him one season wonder. And the Jovic link, right? I said this on Twitter before we got linked to him. I said it would be typical if we got in Jovic right after selling Allaire. You know,
that would be ridiculous.
That would be typical West Ham. We get rid of Allaire and bring a strike partner in.
Dan, I'm just going to grab a drink. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll carry on with the Cenk Tosun. No, I wouldn't take Cenk Tosun, mate. He's not looked great for Everton at all. If we want to get a body in on loan, yeah, maybe, you know, along with another striker, but yeah, I wouldn't expect him to come in and start scoring goals. Zaza penalty. Yeah, we signed it. It was. I think it was just after that Euros, wasn't it, that we signed him? We'd signed Zaza after he did the little weird run up, and had that awful penalty. Costa, I think, is finished. Apparently, he's got some real serious problem in his leg. So I wouldn't take Costa. I'd love to see him at the club, but if I really think about it, I don't think it'd be an ideal move. I'd love Sarr, but not for the money. Like Nicky was saying, if he's not gonna be a striker, there's no point paying 30 million for a winger when we desperately need a striker. We need two strikers. God, this bloody Chelsea thing's going on for ages, isn't it? King, I take it. Look, if we're talking about getting him on free in the summer, I would take Josh King for free or for like 5 million or something. I don't think that he's the answer. He's the player that everyone's thinking that he's going to be, you know, the striker that we need, and he's going to bang in the goals like we desperately need. But I do think if the deal is right, yeah, I would take him. Should have signed Deeney 10 years ago. Yeah, and this is the thing, we never really seem to get. But we've such a bad record at signing strikers. Like there was Jamie Vardy. Did you guys hear about the Jamie Vardy story Big Sam told back when he was at, I think it was when he was at Fleetwood, and we had the opportunity to sign Vardy from Fleetwood for 1 million, but Sullivan said, "Is he going to go straight into the first team, like, you know, straight into the starting 11?" And Sam was like, "Well, no," and he was like, "Oh, well, we won't buy him then." And now look, he's become one of the best strikers in the Premier League. You know, so it's just, it's typical Sullivan, typical West Ham. Payet, he's still doing well in France, but he does look like he's put on weight. I can't see it going back. I can't see us going back on that. Yeah, big time missed out on Callum Wilson. His goals to games ratio at Newcastle is very good. That's a sign, and we should have made. You know, we managed to get Benrahma on loan. We could have spent some money on Wilson. We got there and got in there early. Yeah, you know, Premier League experience, and it would have been a sort. And he ended up scoring against us, didn't he, in the Newcastle game? So he's done really well. I know Newcastle are 15th, but which actually speaks even more to Wilson, because the team as a whole aren't doing very well, but he's still banging in goals consistently. So that it says even more about Wilson, that he's doing it for Newcastle. Musa Marega, wasn't we linked with him a while ago? It's so hard. Like I said, it's so hard for me to look at these names and these strikers, right, in these other leagues now and think like, oh, they've got a good record. Like the only thing what I like about that Daka is the pace. I mean, he's obviously got other attributes he's shown, but you just don't know when you sign him, you know. But if it is a situation where we can get in a player like that who can just run, we can play, you know, get balls in behind, and he can just get on the end of them. I don't know if he really has that hold-up play that we want. Definitely no for me for Lingard. No for me for Jesse Lingard. He's a big sort of a name. I wouldn't say big name, but he's a name player for Man United. Big wages. I don't think he's the sort of player. Is he going to be hungry when he comes in? Some people think he might have a point to prove, but I would rather not. And they'd want a lot of money for him anyway. If he was free, even then, I'm over signing these players on big wages from these you know, big clubs. Chris Wood, do you know what? Yeah, I would like Chris Wood as an option, especially it'd stop him scoring against us so many times. But yeah, I think Chris Wood as again, not as the main man. I wouldn't expect him to come in and be a main man. But yeah, I'd like Chris Wood as an option. Josh King, I don't think is on because we want him for free. So yeah, I don't think Sturridge. Nah, I wouldn't like Sturridge. God, when we think of all of these names, like most of them, yeah, most of them, like I just look at them and I think, nah, like. Of course, I'd take Patrick Bamford, but there's no chance we're getting him. No chance. We should have got him from Norwich, man. We should have signed him back then. But it's funny though, like, because he was pretty shit like a few seasons ago. Now he's really coming to his own. A lot of people talking about Divock Origi. I don't know. Like, if they want a lot of money for him, I'd say no on Origi because he hasn't really played much. I know if you look at his goals to games ratio, I think it's decent. But Origi, yeah, I don't think it's worth paying like something like 30 million for a player that hasn't played in a real long time. How old is he? But yeah, Armstrong or someone like that. I'm liking what we've done with signing players from the Championship. Mitrovic. Obviously, we were linked with him a few times. I think we had a chance to sign him when Fulham went down. Wouldn't take. I think we've had a few chances to sign him. I don't know. Like, if we can play, if we don't want someone who's a big lump, and we want someone who's got pace who can do a job with Antonio, I don't think that he's the answer. Again, he's an option. I think you should always have a plan B striker on the bench. Something different. Arnie back. I'm still not sure. If it's just like a loan or something like that, I don't see the harm in it, take out all the personal feelings out of it. But I'm still not convinced that he can has played 30 games in 2 years in the Chinese Super League, and just going to come and be up to speed, you know, as a man in his 30s.
The second half has kicked off. We're kicking from left to right nowadays. Still 0-0. Just to let everyone know. Just crack on with the rest of the stream. Post-match will be an early one tonight. Ryan, Scott, and Graham will be here 10 minutes after we finish the stream. While I'm doing the fan cam, so it'll be early. Straight after the stream, 10 minutes after the game finishes, post-match pint will be live. Someone said we should try Suchik as number 9. You know what I was thinking that the other day? I was thinking...
Could you, man? I'm sure I'm sure he was played like in that. I'm sure not him, but it's like a lot of people compare him to Fellaini. I'm sure that's how Fellaini was played at times. Fucking hell, Dzeko. I never know how to pronounce it. Deco, isn't it? Dzeko. He's someone we've been linked with for like 5 years ago or 6 years ago.
Yeah, he's a good striker in Italy. Never quite hit the heights in England. He struggled in his first year. Done quite well.
Do all right at Man City, yeah.
Done all right. He didn't pull up any trees, I don't think. He wasn't like, and he's playing for fucking Manchester City, you know what I mean? So great ball that. Unlucky.
The thing is, talking about Tammy Abraham on loan, I don't think that's a deal that would be on. Yeah, that is a really good ball in there, but not enough space to get to it. But finishing has been a problem for us this season, and I think you'd only add to that because his finishing has been really, really poor this season. So yeah, Manda is a big fan of that.
Pitch is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. As I say, it really reminds me. Oh, go on, it.
Did we make any changes? Actually, I didn't even notice. I was too busy talking about transfer signings. But we have players on the bench that can have a big impact. Oh, he's pulled the hat down a little bit now. Someone's had a word.
A referee.
Someone says, would Greenwood suit Moyes' system?
Look at that pitch, mate. Fuck me.
Yeah, it is bad. It is bad. Yeah, I mean, I ain't seen loads and loads of Greenwood, but I think he has the energy probably that he would need to have, as long as we don't have to put it on the plate for him. But I don't know if he's got the strength. That's the question. His ability to be able to be strong enough to hold the ball up, and that's the question. Come on, West Ham.
System. Yeah, I'm sure they'd let him go for less than 15.
Oh, fucking slip in there.
No shot. Well done.
Yeah, Superfan agree. Greenwood isn't physical enough. Yeah, we need someone with strength and physicality.
You know what? I'll have a bit of Bowen in a minute.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll maybe take Antonio off, stick Yama up front.
Funny that you say that. Disabled team says it's the type of pitch players can get injured on. So yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Oh, come on, ref. Maybe Udebeko.
So I'd love to see a bit of Udebeko. You know, I think he'd be hungry. He'd be chomping at the bit.
How's that a fact?
Got to watch out. Who's your hammer of the year so far? Ooh.
I think Souček.
Souček. Yeah, it's got to be Souček so far.
I don't bet Souček this year.
Bono's in for a really good shout though. Again, what league is Stockport? Apparently they're non-league
conference. Conference, Not
bad. I mean, a pitch excluded, but not a bad ground for a conference team. But obviously,
they have been a league team for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you can tell. I think their ground looks better than Dagenham and Redbridge's.
Yeah, this is a dodgy game, man. That's what I'm saying. You definitely can't swing.
See, if we've got
Premier League team would be like their strengths will be playing on the floor, but on this pitch, really difficult to play on the floor.
Yeah, I suppose that's why we are seeing a lot of hoofing. Did you see? What fucking Marine? I think it was the Marine fans against Tottenham. they was all had a little parade, didn't they, to welcome the players and that, like in a lockdown.
Some geezer posted a fit. No. Oh, that was risky. Look, see how the ball holds up. Look at the water coming off the pitch. This is a dodgy pitch, man.
Yeah,
dodgy
bad drainage. Yeah, that is. Yeah, look at you can see it. The water logging of the pitch there. Fucking hell.
Why do you support West Ham? Why fuck
Someone said, Fisher Coat said, pitch is noncy. Getting noncy pitch. What the fuck?
He's not good. Wasted that one, though. Get out. Yeah.
See, I mean, I think you get someone like Bowen on, who's he must be used to playing on some shit pitches.
Pitch is a leveler. Absolutely.
Right, come on, boys. We've got 5 substitutions. Where do you think Nobes Moyes will make his first one?
94th minute. Of course.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? As a West Ham fan, I've just got bad memories of penalties. Do either of you guys root for Leyton Orient? Do you know what? I used to have a real soft spot for Leyton Orient. You know, obviously living quite close to Leyton Orient. But that whole thing with the stadium and that, it's sort of sad. It's probably doing us a favour. But like the whole, which isn't nothing to do with the fans, it was Barry Earn really, and trying to share the ground with us, even though they'd bring like 5,000 fans and not pay a penny. A lot of that soured a little bit for me, but I still like to see him doing well.
Did you know the news come out today about how much the stadium lost again?
What? No, I didn't. You know,
£29 million. That's last year's losses. That's without COVID.
Oh man, this year it's going to be insane. They really need to just.
Somebody wrote an article about someone taking the stadium on, like taking it over, and they reckon that whoever will take it over would ask for £200 million in compensation to take it because it loses that much money. What the fuck was that?
What? So why give someone 200 million to take it over when you can just give it to us and not pay 200 million?
Well, apparently we'd ask for 200 million to take it over because it loses that much money.
Oh, West Ham would. Oh, right. So
losing £30 million a season.
No, but do you think
that's without COVID?
No, but let's look at it this way: would we incur those losses because we have to worry about all the fucking ag of changing football mode?
You know what West Ham are like? They're probably fucking like just styling it out and saying, yeah, you know, they probably want that money to convert it. Go on.
I mean, they'd have to be stupid to pay us 200 million to take the stadium to own it. Like, fucking mental. I'd be very interested in how it loses that. I mean, obviously, the big thing was converting it from athletics mode to football mode was the big cost. Everyone said, "Oh, come on, go on."
Well, it's not only that. You must be a bit in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds in front of me. What are you doing, Lanzini?
Yeah,
they have so. The thing is, they've got so many staff, and it's all like it was all like a promise to create jobs and stuff from the Olympics.
Yeah, it's been a disaster. Yeah, they did move they squared off the two behind the stands behind the goals. Really, that's what they did. Although we haven't had a chance to. Have we? We haven't had a chance to experience it, have we, with the new stands, or was it one game or something?
No. Well, one game, isn't it? The Man United game.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't have anyone sat. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in that. I'm in the Billy Bonds lower, so mine hasn't got touched. But Oh, yeah. It's a good job that them boards aren't solid. But I really like Ben Rama as a player. I just think he works his ass off. He's got the ability. He's good to watch. I just hope that we end up signing him. You know, I think he can just get better with time.
Do you think we will?
Well, some people are saying we've got an obligation to sign him. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the situation is at that time. 56, 55. Well, yeah. So I'm not sure what the situation is. If we have got an obligation to buy or what, or we've got first choice or whatever they call it. But we know it's going to be 20 million. So we've got an agreed price.
He's got something wrong with him, though, isn't he? Apparently.
Oh, there was something came up in the medical, didn't it? But I mean, I don't know if it's ever affected his playing ability or what. I don't know what that's about. Go on, Rice, drive forward. What? Oh.
Oh,
yeah. It was a great run, but he couldn't get out from his feet. You can see what.
Come on, boy. Fucking fingers out.
Yeah, we need some changes. He tried to get a shot off, but there was just too many players around him. They're sitting quite deep there now. So it's really a great run. Let's see. He's talking about, let's say, appealing for handball against us. We just get one fucking goal. It'll open them up a bit if we can just score.
Go on, Yama. Oh, God. Damn, man.
I really wish I could pause it so you can catch up a bit.
I'll try and refresh.
Messy run. Yeah, it was a really good run from Rice. Bloody cup games against lower sides are always like this. Oh, don't do anything silly now. Time for subs. Yep. Yeah, we need some fresh legs.
Threatened just yet, but what worries me. We haven't put any chances away. The pitch is fucking appalling.
Yeah, you know what? We really do need to work on those chances. Do you remember when we brought in? Was it Teddy Sheringham as a striking coach?
Yeah.
Do you remember? I remember getting so excited, thinking like, "Oh, Teddy Sheringham's going to teach our players how to put the ball in the back of the net," and it didn't really translate as much as I hoped it would. And you just think I was just thinking. The reason I say that is because I feel like we need someone to coach these players with finishing. I don't know if I think Nolan's obviously been doing that job, but you need someone whose job was to put the ball in the back of the net, maybe. Because our finishing and our taking our chances really let us down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd definitely take Antonio off. We could probably make a couple of changes, really. Bring Bowen on for sure.
We make 5 in the cup.
Yeah, so yeah, go crazy, Moyes.
Jesus Christ Almighty! What's going on?
His hat's getting a little bit low. They're making a sub. Oh. Do you know what is the funny? If lockdown wasn't going on, we'd be there right now in the pissing rain watching this in person.
In Stockport on a Monday night.
Yeah. Where is Stockport? Like, where's it near? Bloody hell, yeah, you can just imagine getting home at like 2, 3 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, and the rest.
Yeah. But yeah, the
Manchester.
what's that?
It's near Manchester.
Near Manchester, fucking hell. That is a trick. They was up there. I think they stayed there overnight. The players. It's a bit heavy that pass, but it was accurate. That's it. Come on, find the space.
Good.
So get Ben Rama on the ball there.
Good. Good.
Come on.
Good. Go on. Lay it one more. What are you doing? Fucking hell's bells. Rubbish.
Do you know what? I love doing this live stream because you can just ask a question and everyone will you just get answers. It's great. It's like phone a friend, but you get loads of answers in there. Barry Bowen's coming on, so that's positive. You see, oh no. God, some of our crossing has been atrocious today. Yeah, Bowen there.
Bit of Bowen.
That's what we need. Get Bowen on there. Who's that? Souček? Oh, Souček, eh? Or is he just, what are they showing him? Is he actually getting ready or is he looking for his fucking phone or something?
Anonymous Smith says Yarmolenko's not worth 120 quid a week. Yeah, honestly. Nicky, I don't know if we've ever gone without shaving. I don't know, man. I've gone some long times without shaving.
I always thought Nicky just looked
a long time at the beginning of this lockdown. I had this non-shave policy. I said I wasn't going to shave until lockdown finished.
Yeah, so if we get Bowen on, take off. I'd be interested who's going to take off like an Antonio or a Yarmolenko. It's got to be either one of them, really, for me. I don't think Yarmolenko's
fucking hell. This reminds me of when West Ham were the whipping boys for lower league sides. Most Premier League would brush these aside. Do you know what, mate? It's very difficult. You can't. We've been in these positions before. You can't take these too lightly. The fact that it's still 0-0, I'm all right with. To be honest.
Yeah.
Quite confident that we're wearing them down a little bit.
What a sign you have made. Look, I don't think we've got long enough to talk. That's a whole show. Like we've made so many bad signings. Moyles out. Yeah, Chris Moyles, can't stand him. Can't stand that bloody Chris Moyles. Magpie Channel TV. All right, lads. All right. I can't do it. How's it going, mate? They played. They got knocked out to Arsenal, didn't they? They had Arsenal. Almost went to Pens. Oh, Newcastle. Yeah, it's a tough one at the moment for them. And Steve Bruce.
A rematch is a bad move, says Rick Shaw. It can't go to rematch, mate. It ends tonight, regardless.
Yeah, so it goes to penalties. I thought they was doing it straight to penalties, but like the Newcastle game, they went to extra time, and that's when I was surprised.
L. Dots donate £5. Thank you very much. What's likely to join Millwall in this FA Cup? Also, what's your up on strengthening at the left side of the team? Keep out the good work, lads. Love you all. Likelihood of joining Millwall is 0 because we've got the last two, and they will be gone before even if we got through.
I do think that with the lockdown, if it would have worked out, there would have been more chance of us drawing them because fans can't be there. Like, them times where we just missed them, that was suspect to me. I think that was done on purpose because there was a few times where ours would get drawn and it was like the next ball out would be Millwall.
That's happened quite a few times actually.
Yeah.
Well done, Oggy.
I think I think if that happened this season, I think we would get him, but it just hasn't worked out that way. Dave says Millwall are rats.
He's not wrong.
I think Steve said Lanzini crap. I think this is the sort of game. Here with that jumper, bloody hell, I'm boiling. Although you've been in my ass, it's bloody hot, isn't it? Yeah, I think Lanzini. I think this is the sort of game and the sort of pitch like this where you need these sort of players, Bowen, Souček's, the tough players like that. Rather than the sort of flair players, you need these no nonsense sort of players that get stuck in this type of game. Yarmolenko's coming off.
Yeah, I would have had that as Antonio, if I'm honest.
For Jared Bowen and Noble for Souček. I do think Yarmo, I know what you mean about Antonio. I do think Yarmo needed to come off as well. And then who's the next one? Hurry up. Lanzini. Lanzini's coming off.
For Souček.
Wow.
Who's going in the 10? Maybe him.
You imagine?
I think he is.
Yarmo and Lanzini off. Right. Let's defend this, go up the other end. I can stick it in the back of the nets.
Oh.
I don't want no penalties. I want to finish it in 90 minutes. Would you have Demba Ba back? I think it's two. That ship sailed. Oh, if you ask me a couple of seasons, I don't know. You know what?
But
I'd love it because we'd have the king of syrup and the king of potato salad in the same side.
King of
Did
syrup?
you ever see? Do you not know about Demba Ba and syrup? You never saw the syrup interview?
No.
Oh my god! When he was at Chelsea, someone said to him, "Tell me a secret." He's like, "Secret?" He's like, "Yeah, tell me something that no one else knows." He's like, "I love syrup." He's like, "Syrup?" He's like, "I love syrup. I have syrup every day. If I have water, I have to have syrup in it." Yeah, it's the funniest interview. He's upset. He has to have syrup every day.
He needs water.
Yeah, he puts a bit of syrup in his water. He's fucking obsessed by. I'll send it to you. The syrup. It's so funny. It's one of, for some reason when I see it, I have to watch it multiple times because it cracks me up. I love syrup.
Oh, this is boring me.
Yeah, you're right there. It looks like he's burst his eardrums or something there. Or he's cracked his jaw. Sufal. Reckon our players could use some.
What is that? Your spun on a night out.
Oh yeah, that's it. Strawberry syrup. It has to be strawberry syrup. He like not that kind of syrup. He likes Wicks. Are you two still arguing about Haller? It's gone beyond arguing to just little jibes here and there. It's gone to jibes. Oh fuck, my things froze.
Job talking.
Telling me lies. Come on, right, here we go.
Did you stop then?
Yeah, it did. I had to refresh. I am so bored. Yep. This is the worst one. We have to do these watch-alongs. I suppose that's why we end up just chatting in the chat when they're so boring because it's just being there. Oh, who's this coming on? Cresswell.
Cresswell?
Cresswell's coming on.
This game should be taken off TV. It's so boring. Yeah, man, just have a little rerun of fucking Strike It Lucky or something.
Strike It Lucky. Do you know what? I can't remember what the difference was between Strike It Lucky and Strike It Rich.
There was no.
Just name change.
Name change.
Such a shame about what happened with Barrymore because I really liked that show. Oh.
They could carry it on without him. Don't have to have Michael Barrymore to do it.
Yeah, he made that. He was brilliant on that show. He made it for me. What do you guys think of Arch?
Swimming pool under very suspicious circumstances.
Yeah. Wasn't he found innocent in the end, though?
Yeah, I don't think he knew what was going on, but who knows?
And then he went in Celebrity Big Brother. That was the one year I watched it, and he was brilliant. Him and George Galloway going at it.
Philip Dimmock kind of said it was the same, but Michael Barrymore stopped wearing a bow tie.
Oh, yeah.
Strike it lucky, strike it rich.
Oh, yeah.
He did even a little touch, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was such a good host.
He was one of England's finest, I think, at one time. He was up as a mainstay. That's great play, but that's a poor ball.
When the scandal happened. This is what this game has done to us. We're talking about Michael Barrymore. That's how bad it is. Foreign fans are like, what the fuck are they talking about? This is where, guys, you got to get in with the culture. You got to Google it.
He was like prime time. He was what Ant and Dec are now. It was him and Forsyth up the top.
Yeah. And Jim Davidson.
Yeah, what a prat he was.
I loved. I did used to watch his Generation game a lot. I was a big fan of his Generation game, and Big Break.
Remember, like in the 90s, you're talking about like Barrymore with his tuxedo, yeah. Remember, like Supermarket Sweep when like Dal Winton used to wear them dirty early 90s suits with the swirly ties. Then all of a sudden, I don't know whether they modded it up or whatever. And then he started coming on with like leather jackets and a tan and shit like that.
I loved that show.
Good
Market Sweep. Nah.
Great ball. Go on, Antonio, get round him. Oh,
yeah, I know certain Americans and fans from other countries are probably you guys are pretty good. What the hell are these guys talking about? Sorry for my accent just there. Yeah, waffling about Barrymore. It's random. It's just this is what the game is doing to us. It's got us thinking about Michael Barrymore.
Oh no! Hold on. Oh, Bonner, fucking have that, can't I? Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I just got cramp in my calf. No, I'm not.
What are you doing there?
I'm not a fan of Lee. Yeah, do you know what I said? The Supermarket Sweep is now presented by Ryland. I saw a clip of it, or I saw a glimpse of it, and I see it's like
he's dead.
Is he? Oh shit!
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
Do you remember when he got? Oh, do you remember when he got married to that fucking model? What's her name? Abby? Was it Abby Tickler?
No, it was Elle McPherson.
And everyone was like, "Really? Really, Dale?"
It was a chocolate advert, wasn't it, or something like that? They done it for some sort of advert.
No, it was. Wasn't she his beard? They're called.
What?
They got real married.
No, they got real married, but it was a publicity stunt. Anyway, the pitch is tearing up now. You can look at that, how bad the pitch is.
It's only going to get worse as the game goes on.
Yeah, when it go on. Ah.
You know what? I just don't ever get that feeling like we're going to score. I just don't.
Paul Aspin don't like that talk of TV. He says title for like TV times now. Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
We've got to try and entertain ourselves somehow, mate. We're watching this Dross game on a telly.
It's a really bad game. I'd rather be watching bloody Strike It Lucky than this game right now, or Supermarket Sweep or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we've made. Who did he bring off for Creswell? Sorry. Yeah, who did we bring off? I didn't see. Was it Johnson? Did he bring it as like a like for like?
Yeah, it was a straight.
Strange. Come on, boys. Just get one goal. Please don't let this go to extra time. We really don't need this going to extra time. That's the last thing we bloody need. I tell you what, we should bloody keep Noble on if this does go to penalties.
Once did flats is a better pick, said Roy Chappell. Yeah, I agree, Roy. It's just honestly.
Yeah, do you know what?
I can even see about it in I wouldn't even call it standard definition. I call it 8-bit.
Yeah, I know in HD.
No, now drive forward. Go on, keep on going.
I think that was the right pass there to Bowen. 76-28 now. We just can't seem to break him down at all.
Craziest transfer rumor your club has had? What, of all time?
Ronaldinho's got to be up there, surely.
No, I don't think we was ever linked with Ronaldinho. Neymar?
No, Neymar we were linked with. No, Neymar was linked with before he was big. We was linked with Ronaldinho back when we had Big Sam.
Ronaldinho. No, that was Blackburn.
What? No, it
that
was.
It was.
I typed in West Ham, Ronald.
Figo. I remember being linked with Luis Figo.
Ronaldinho. Hammers in shock Ronaldinho link 2010. The Mirror.
Yeah, nonsense.
Written by Matty Lawless. No, it weren't really. I think he was with the Mail back then. But yeah, that one stands out for me. That was crazy. I remember it.
Raquel May? Do you remember Raquel May?
As a crazy, I mean, to me, craziest one, yeah, you'd have to say someone that's completely out of the realms of possibility.
Paul, that's clear. Paul's come back and said, don't apologise, lads. This game is about as interesting as Mr. Blobby.
Speaking of Mr. Blobby, Noel's house party.
That's a rumour. Yeah. Like, there's been like loads of rumours, isn't there? Like,
yeah, that's what that. What did you think they were talking about? What was you? I thought that's what he was asking. Like
no,
the craziest.
I remember Figo in 2006 or something when we came up. Can you imagine if we had Roy Carroll and go on?
Oh,
missed it completely. He had what the fuck's Ben Rama doing? What's he looking at?
Oh yeah, Noel Edmonds is a hammer, isn't he? Yeah, he's a West Ham fan. I love Noel Edmonds. A big Noel Edmonds fan.
I always thought Noel Edmonds looked like the $1 Million Man.
Really? There's nothing like him. Oh, wrestling $1 Million Man. Yeah.
Like $1 Million Man you think I'm talking about?
What's it? $1 Million Man, you know, the show. $1 Million Man, you know.
$1 Million Man.
Oh, the $6 Million Man, yeah. You know, he looked like the $1 Million Man. No, I know what you mean, Ted DiBiase, yeah.
Yeah, like in the early 90s, they looked like quite alike.
Yeah, no,
well,
they did.
Like in the fact that they had the same haircut and the same sort of tone of hair and beard. That was about as far.
He also looked like Alan Rickman in Die Hard.
What a different film Die Hard would have been if it had been Noel Edmonds at the top of the tower.
I would love to have seen that. I'd love to have seen that. That's a big Noel Edmonds fan. What a name. He disappeared from TV and then came back with Deal or No Deal.
Made an absolute mint, probably.
Yeah.
You may have to look at the amount of fucking arcade machines they license and fruit machines. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Like the license 200 and fucking fruit machines.
Oh yeah. Go on, Nobes. Go on, Nobes.
Fucking two.
What the fuck happened to the camera there? It cut. It just sort of cut back to the same shot. Shout out Romford. Well, is he asking us to shout it out? Big shout out to Romford. That's where Chase lives. Have we had to shot this off? Yeah, do you know what? It seems like we just get there and we dawdle a bit, but we can't get shot off because there's so many bodies in the box. You know? Julian Dix tested positive for COVID. Oh,
Nick, can you check on Dom, please? I don't want to. I imagine what he's like.
Oh, he must be raging. Oh, nice ball whipped in there from Soufal.
He's got quality cross. Oh,
that was nearly a checkmate link up there. Great ball in.
And Murkoff and the ice cream posse. Best pub in E16, early 2000s, lads. Beckton Arms, mate. That's where I was. Apparently, them fireworks were something for a kid that's fighting for his life.
Oh, fucking hell. What arseholes we all look now, eh?
Well, you're not meant to know, are you?
Oh, fucking hell. Like I said, if I moved to Canning Town yet, I haven't. It's not on my plans. Someone wants to give me a house, I'll take it. Because Canning Town, I tell you what, that's going to be. Give it 5 years, that's going to be well gentrified. There's be well valuable land on there. Come on, West Ham United. Oh,
82.
Nice. 82 minutes, 21 seconds in.
Corner.
Oh, short corner. Quick short corner there from Bowen. Back 1-2. Oh! Yes!
Dawson! I said Dawson, first goal scorer.
Dawson scores his first goal for West Ham. Come on! Unbelievable. Do you know what? I hate short corners. I absolutely despise short corners, but that time it fucking worked. That worked. Look at that 1-2 between Rice and Owen.
I feel sorry for Stockport. They put up a fucking good effort tonight.
Great balling. Yeah, it's heartbreaking right at the end, you know.
Oh.
What a header. What a header from Dawson there. And a great ball whipped in from Bowen. Unbelievable.
That's a great header, that.
You know, and happy for Dawson to get a goal. Obviously, a lot of us wrote off, and I think he's we're way behind. Yeah,
He says, "How far are you behind? Far enough that we have to mute your fucking what you're talking about in the chat."
Yeah, we have to sort of scroll up a bit, and
we have to keep it up a little bit.
But I'll tell you where we are as soon as the timer comes back.
No matter how many times you join us, you have to just type it in before we've seen it.
83,855 now. Right, that's it. If we could just, you know what, I don't care. If we just win 1-0, hold on, no extra time, I'll be happy. We can't go extra. Yeah, no, that's it. 8 extra time would be.
Dan, you got to change the score, mate.
Oh shit! Oh my! I completely forgot about that. I did think I was ever going to have to bloody change the score. Oh, hello. Oh, no, nothing.
Go on, Suchek.
But look at that. I think he just slipped, didn't he? Let's see the replay. Oh, actually. Does he get the ball? Was it because he gets the ball first? There's no VAR in FA Cup, is there?
No, there's no VAR.
I think they said it was only at some games. That was it. It was only some games had VAR. Oh. That's what I'd heard. Only not every game had VAR.
Lisa Langley, I don't put the scores in. No, not you, Lisa. Just other people that join us over and over and over again. And they, as soon as we score, they're like, yes, get in.
But they must go, yes, type. I'm usually going, yeah. People go, yeah. Typing it away.
The final has VAR, someone said.
The final, interesting. Is it just the final? Because I thought it was like only games at grounds that can have the screen or some crap like that. Like you wouldn't see it at VAR at this game, but
Todd Stevens says, why did it take to the 83rd minute to realise on this pitch is crosses that will win it and not trying to be clever down the fucking middle? Well, I don't, as long as they find it within 90 minutes, man, I don't really give a shit, to be honest.
He makes a good point because
No, he makes an excellent point. But that's the West Ham we know, isn't it? They always make it tough for themselves. With 10,
Mother says, think it was at Rem clubs for VR. What's Rem clubs? Prem. Oh, Prem. VR Prem grounds only.
it's ridiculous, man. Just leave it out. Give us a competition without it.
Yeah. How stupid is that? Like,
when we play Man United and fucking Liverpool, that'll come and bite us back in the arse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So if this had been a home game, we'd have VAR, but because it's away to Stockport, it's no VAR. It's stupid. We'll definitely concede a point.
Yeah, that's right. The Arsenal-Newcastle game had a sending off overall, didn't it? He scored the winner as well.
So Newcastle will be like, well, really, we didn't. Other games don't have VAR, but we had VAR against us.
Guys, the scale's still not changed. At last.
Oh. It's changed. It's 1-0. Can you see it, Nick?
Yep. Liverpool boy in Romford, bring on the irons. Okay.
Bring on the irons. That's what we say.
Bring on the trumpets.
Bring on the wall. Watching from Thailand. Thanks, guys. Nice one, Keith. Must be. I'm trying to think what the time would be there. It'll be early, isn't it? Earlier.
Oh, look at the way the ball is hanging up on them pitches, man. Fucking hell. Andy Carroll should have scored against Arsenal. I've seen that comment about 45 fucking times. In fact, I ban him for saying it because he keeps on
saying Don't ban him.
Shit.
I never saw. That's the first time I saw that.
I've seen it all game.
I think he was a genuine person, not a troll. Sorry, mate.
Arsenal. He keeps on typing it. How genuine can you be if you keep on typing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again?
I'm sorry. Could have put him on a timeout. Should have put him on a timeout, you know.
I didn't know you could do that. I'll put you on a timeout.
It's an option. It's too late now. He's gone. Yeah, no, you can put people on timeouts, so they can't comment for a while. But yeah, no, going back to the comment about the crosses, I think when we tried to sort of walk it into the back of the net, you know, they had bodies there, you know, so we were just never going to score that way. Hold on, 89-12 now. Probably be quite a bit of time added on with all the subs. We've got another sub coming on. We've got another 2 double sub for now is coming on.
Odubeko.
And Odubeko, yeah. Odubeko coming on for an Antonio. A bit late. All right. So who's for now's coming on for? Nopes. Ben Rama. Oh, Ben Rama.
Antonio's off. He survived the game. Don't count your chickens. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. He might put it up, walking back to the changing room.
Oh,
but I don't
see what this boy can do. I tell you what, right? If I was Odubeko, I'd say, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I'm a bit disappointed that it's so late, but I'd think to myself, like, a couple of good runs here, runs. Get the ball.
It'd be great if he could score a little last-minute goal. Well, that wasn't really what I was thinking about, but come on.
He's a big old lump, isn't he? Oh, did you see that goal he scored? Fuck me, man. I don't know how he hit it with so much power.
Who?
Odubeko.
No, I didn't see it.
He scored the goal. He was not joking, about 30 yards out, right? And he gets it in the midfield and he touches it forward. And then he just what I can only describe as a pass. Yeah. But it was so much power
Yeah.
that he just like flies in the bottom corner. Like I've got to show you because it's so weird. Because I think to myself, fuck me, how the fuck did he generate that much power? It's weird.
I'd love to see him do it today.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
We've got Doncaster Rovers.
No, don't concede. Don't concede. Don't concede.
Whatever you do, don't concede. Yeah, Doncaster Rovers. If we get through this game, so yeah, maybe Odebeku will get a bit more time, or our shiny new striker that we will be signing.
Come on, WHU boys. Only one goal is not enough against a village football team. Poor football by the Hammers. It is enough, mate. I've seen us lose to these sort of teams, so yeah. It's enough.
Oh, yeah.
Difficult pitch, difficult conditions. I'll just take the one. Honestly, I would. It's not been an ideal performance, but we're in the act, as they say.
Yes. Yeah, I think if we'd have lost, we'd be looking at from a different perspective. But yeah, they've still got 2 minutes left to play. They're obviously well up for now. They're just bursting forward. We've just got to
4-0 to Oxford. Indeed, absolutely 4-0 to Oxford. 4-2 to Wimbledon.
Yeah. Yeah, God, we've had some real bad fucking transits. Andrew McDonald, a $10 super chat. Cheers, Andrew. Can only give a 10 because the wife complaining she can't look at Ryan.
Well, wait for 10 minutes and he'll be on.
Oh, that crap. I was about to be like, oh, no, don't worry. You don't have to give anything. And he was like, I was complaining she can't look at Ryan. You know, maybe we should sell a Ryan calendar.
Fucking hell. Done well there to keep it, to be fair. That was difficult.
BT are upset West Ham have scored. Oh, I bet they are.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's why we are on the telly against these low league teams, mate, because we're one of the teams they expect us to get beat here. They expect it. And to be fair, they're not wrong because we've got a track record for it as well.
Oh, it's getting a bit nervy in the box now. Oh, yes, Randolph.
That's got to
be Someone's lost their shoe. Who's lost their shoe? That's a good little tactic. When it's time to get your shoe off.
Match.
Who did? Mark Robbins.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Boots it right up in the air. There we go. Full time. Weren't exactly a stellar performance, but you know what? I'm just relieved we got through. We didn't have to go to extra time. We didn't slip up. They're gutted, but clap for them. Did really well for a non-league side against the Premier League side. Good on them. Awful conditions.
Believe me, they are tough conditions, mate. They are tough conditions.
Yeah, so that's good. Well done to the boys. It's got to be conditions the like of Fornals has never played on before in sunny Spain.
And who beat Leeds?
Crawley. So, yeah, we did not do a Leeds. Leeds lost, was it 3-0 to Crawley?
3-0, yeah.
3-0 to Crawley. I'm not going to be too disheartened at a 1-0 win against Stockport. I'll take that. It was boring. It was very boring, but the result is what matters. And we got through.
Mate, we slipped on a banana skin a little bit, but we kept our balance and we carry on to the next one.
Yeah, there were too many times I felt worried like we would concede. Not too many times of that. Not too many times I felt like we'd score, but
no, that was all right. That was all right. I'll take that all day long against them little slippery teams at the bottom. We know we got in the next round. We know we will have in the next round after that if we beat Doncaster. So yeah, no worries. We'll take that. We'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we're going to be going offline in the next minute or two to let the guys come on to do the post-match pint. because they've all got to get up for work in the morning. So, yeah, we're going to line up some fan cams now, I'm sure, if anyone's in there. If not, we'll just call it.
Yeah, I can't imagine too many people be queuing up to talk about that game. But he'll have one or two. If you do fancy it, you can get us on Twitter at West Ham Fans TV. Drop a DM. I will say this. Sometimes, when you go in, you might be waiting a little bit. But just be a bit patient, and Nicky will jump in as soon as he's done with the previous person.
Yeah, okay. We're going to call it a night there. West Ham 1, Stockport 0 in the FA Cup. As I say, check out all the fan cams. Post-match pints going up straight after this, so don't go anywhere. And make sure you tune into that as well. Watch the guys there. Give their opinions on the game tonight. Anyway, that's all from us. Thank you so much for joining us in the live stream. Thank you everyone that donated to the live stream as well. It makes a world of difference. If you want to become a patron, there is a link in the description down below. And also, if you want to buy any of our merchandise, which I'm modelling right now, you can see them in the link in the description down below as well. One thing left to say, Dan?
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.